Okay, it's the moment we've been waiting for, the final Australia versus India. And if Australia wins, I'm not going to be okay for a very long time. For a very, very long time. You guys might have known in the comment sections my disdain for Australia, the cricketing country, not the actual country. Australian people are cool here, but just the country. And I'm going to explain why I just can't stand this team and why India must win for my sanity more than anything else. Let's get into it. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, yeah, I'm in my daughter's room right now, so just don't mind those butterflies, okay? That's my daughter's room, all right? All right. So we got to go over a few things here. I don't want Australia to win. I really, really don't want Australia to win. They've won enough. This is India's final to lose by far. India has won every game. India has won every game, and it's theirs to lose. And if they lose, it's going to be the biggest chokes of all time. And Australia, this is their 8th time in a World Cup final, and they've won 5. So this would be 6 out of 8. That's disgusting. I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. We want to see Australia lose. We want to see India win. So Australia lost their first 2 games against India and South Africa. So their first game against India won by 6 wickets in only 41 overs. So it was a pretty good win for India. And against South Africa dominated them, scoring 134 more runs than Australia. And Australia were all out after 40 overs. Pretty pathetic loss. But then they came back against Sri Lanka, had a really good win, beat their ass in a run chase in 35 overs. They beat Pakistan, annihilated the Netherlands. They won a very close game against New Zealand. Probably the closest game of the tournament. Came down to like the last ball. It was like the only game that did that. And won a very close game against England as well. And then the Afghanistan game, which broke my heart. And I'm still not over this. This will be worse than the Afghanistan game. Australians tomorrow. Afghanistan were like 99%, predictability meter to win the game. And Australia, this Glenn Maxwell asshole gets a double century to win the game. He could barely walk, and he's just like, and he's just hitting these 6s and 4s, these boundaries all over the place. I can't believe that happened. I almost think that, yeah, it's just that they should check that bat to make sure that he's not, putting something in it, like a spring or something. Horrible game. Then they won easily against Bangladesh and South Africa. It was close-ish, but never really in doubt. And so that's what I'm afraid of against India, is that they have a lot of pieces together, both offensively and defensively, to make India look very, very foolish. But India also has the same, type of offense and defense. I said India's only weakness is in their back lineup, their lower order batting. Other than that, they're extremely strong. Batting first, I think, would be a huge advantage for India. They haven't won by an average of 175 runs when they have batted first, which is the highest in the history of the World Cup. Their chasing margin has been an average of 6.4 wickets and 64.4 balls, the best by a team this World Cup. India has been number 1 on like a lot of parameters, on batting strike rate, batting average, bowling economy, and bowling average. So most teams, when India bats first, the other team is in total chase mode, and I think India love that. It's been very advantageous for India to bowl second in the second innings, and their bowlers have just been on point this World Cup. And by far, you have a leader like Rohit Sharma, just, batting and on the field, just a great leader overall. I think that's good. So there you have the 2 captains, Rohit Sharma and Pat Cummins, with the title there. It needs to be India that wins this, by the way. Cummins says, nothing more satisfying than hearing a big crowd go silent. God, that would be just atrocious, because this stadium is going to be huge. You can see here in Narendra Modi Ji Stadium, it's got a capacity of like 130 bajillion people that can attend. Most of them, I think, are going to be from India. It's going to be a jam-packed crowd. That's already jam-packed now. So if this stadium goes quiet, that's like one of the most terrifying things that I could think of. Here you have Mohammad Shami. I think he's going to be a huge part of this game if he does bowl. I think he only bowled 6 out of the 9 games too. But he's got the best bowling figures by any Indian in the World Cup, in the history of the World Cup. Just wickets galore, with an insane wicket to overrate. He's just on fire. So I think he is going to be a huge changing point in this game. And Virat Kohli only needs 41 runs to become the highest run getter in the history of the ICC finals. So this will be a huge game for him. Hopefully he gets those 41 run runs and makes that. But this is the big reason why I don't want to see Australia win. Look at this. Look at all these Australian with the Union Jack flags there. They've won 4 out of the last 8 World Cups. They've won 5 total, and just want to see different teams win it. I know India's only won it once since 1992, so love to just see some change here. Michael Vaughn says it doesn't matter that the 2 finalists 4 days will start a T20 series against each other, but I think people have said that, you know, even though they're going to start a T20 series 4 days later, which seems ridiculous, that it's going to be the India's B team and Australia's B team. But that's just something I thought was interesting, that they're starting a bilateral series like 4 days after the World Cup. Like, take a break, guys. Jeez. Mitchell Marsh, who has a very punchable face, says Australia will go 450 for 2 and India all out after 65. If that happens, I will break this computer and I probably won't be posting a video for a long time. These are the match officials announced. You have Richard Kettleborough and Richard Illingworth. 2 Richards. Oh, Richard. Yeah, and cool. I think they're from England. And this is my game here that I have. Who has the most punchable face out of all these 3? I just want to punch these guys in the face. I can't stand looking at them. For me, it's Glenn Maxwell after that bullshit he pulled against Afghanistan. Pat Cummins with his comment, you know, 450 for 2. That pisses me off. And then obviously David Warner pisses me off in general. But I'd say Glenn Maxwell wins. Tell me in the comments section, who do you think has the most punchable face? I hate these guys. Okay, just needed some eye bleach here. Here's Virat Kohli making an amazing catch, and you have Captain Rohit. Hell yeah, it looks awesome. So what do you guys think? I don't have a lot of time to go into more specifics, but tell me in the comments what you think. Who do you think is going to be the highest run scorer? Who do you think is going to get the most wickets? I think India need to win. I don't know how they're going to win. I can't give you more specifics other than that I think that it's 2 very evenly matched teams, and I have no idea, and I just really hope it's India. So I'll just leave it at that. I know it's not very detailed, but that's the best I can give right now. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.